I've just restarted the stream.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So. That's weird. My timer didn't stop on Twitch, but it did on OBS because I restarted.
Discord a fuck. 412 billion dead cops.
Alright, can everybody hear me clearly though?
I don't know. I can hear you just fine.
It's nothing like the one Grandma used to make, but oh hell. Thanks.
I'm not getting an audio feed. I am getting a video feed. That's because if I had an audio feed going, it would probably loop back to you, and I don't want that.
Check on your phone.
I don't want to, because my mic is right next to it.
Alright, I'll check on my phone then.
No, I can hear me. It's fine. You're good.
Alright, there's I think I restarted too fast because there's still a message in the bottom left of OBS saying disconnected or reconnecting in 1 second.
Excuse me.
No, you're fine. Hi, it's me, Popola.
That's great. Listen, can I talk to
That's great. Please stop trying to do things. We have bigger problems to solve.
Oh, you know what? I remembered something Mike the Microphone did, and I like it.
Okay.
Window capture. This is gonna look fucky for a sec.
Don't do it now.
Um,
Don't do it now. You always want to avoid doing this on a stream. Don't fuck with your overlays.
That's interesting. Huh, that's funny.
Or, you know, whatever. Disregard it and do it anyway.
No, the last part there was funny because OBS can't recognize itself as a program that's capturable.
Yeah, I know.
So you'd have to capture the screen. But what I was going to do is take a capture of the green box, well, the connection health box in the bottom right of OBS.
people?
Okay. I mean, you don't need to.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
It's crap.
It's crap.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As
Hey,
long
it's so
as you're
spooky.
still with us.
Look, just take Yona's old room. She doesn't need it anymore. She's not here.
Emil, do you even need sleep?
Yeah, seriously.
Kaine, do you need sleep?
Oh, because of the hiccup, nobody's hosting me anymore.
Well, yeah.
Right, Kaine?
Well,
I'm used to sleeping outside.
I'm sorry.
We'll see you later.
We're sorry.
it'd be better though
Wow.
if Nearman went, "Yeah, I'm feared. What the fuck are they gonna do to me? Try and run me out manually?"
Kaine always sleeps outside.
Hmm.
How could I have not noticed that? How selfish am I? What the hell is wrong with me?
We should turn in.
Two sleeps. Fucking hell. Connection dropped again.
Yeah, I can tell. Drop your bitrate.
It's not the bitrate.
That's
That's
what I
the
had
issue.
to do. It's what I had to do, and it helped. I have had a consistent stream so far.
Alright, well, thankfully, OBS Studio doesn't, like it can update on the fly.
I mean, you're fine right now.
Because it could just be Twitch being fucky today.
I don't know if it's Twitch or if it's actually your end, because if it's showing up on OBS, then the hiccup is on client side.
Well, I've had people have had well, these are frame drops, so yeah, it'd be my
Yeah,
side.
but it would look fine on OBS, but then it would look like ass on Twitch,
Not always. When
and
you
it wouldn't tell you.
when it has trouble connecting at all, no matter where it is, it'll show up as red and it'll show you the data rate going to Twitch. But since it's dropped frames, it's on me.
Okay.
Because if it went to a poor connection, but no drop frames, it'd be on Twitch. Hey, Sparklies. Oh, it's Bemis.
I mean, I think that I kind of had to adjust my bitrate regardless because I am not streaming at 60 FPS.
I always stream at 60.
Yes, but it doesn't do anything for you.
How so?
You can only do 720/30
Not
until
true.
you're an affiliate. Nope, absolutely true. Until you are an affiliate, you cannot do anything above 720/30. Once you're an affiliate, you can do up to 1080. I asked this specifically by other people who are more experienced than me, and that is the answer that I got.
I'm
Your
checking.
source can be 1080, but your output does not exceed 720.
The first Doom stream that we did is only available in 720p 60.
720p 60.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure it's actually showing at 60?
Yes.
Okay. And at the very least, you can't go above 720.
Yeah, and that's fine. I don't care. More than 720 for a stream isn't that big of a bump.
It's an entire step up.
But the quality-wise on a stream, the only thing I've noticed is it's slightly more clear. It wasn't a
Yeah,
huge
it's
jump.
called a resolution. Okay, this is stupid.
My point is that it's not a big enough jump to worry about.
For you, yes.
Mostly because
You've got some weird taste though.
yeah. Oh, I'm boy.
Oh.
I don't remember this part at all.
Yeah, that's because you wouldn't remember what it is. Do you not know what this is?
Wait, is this the DLC I downloaded?
Yeah.
Awesome! I downloaded it right in time.
Okay.
But
Also, there's 2 doors, and we am in Big White Room. We're now in the Full Metal Alchemists.
I need to make sure my dog doesn't pee on the floor, so I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll still be here, I guess. Waiting for him to do thing. I'm bored. Hello? Hello, Rubber Glove. Lexi is just taking care of the doggo so he doesn't pee in the house. I'll be right back. In the meantime, you've got me, Ben. Earlier, I did surgery on a skeleton because his leg fell off. Got home from class. Well, you know what? How was class? Gonna make a little bit of a small talk. Hello.
Alright, I'm back. I don't have my headphones on yet, though.
You're back.
The doggo
Rubber
did
Glove
not
is
want to
here.
pee.
Oh.
Alright, I'm back.
Rubber Glove is here.
Hey, Dragon.
Papa NieR says trans rights. I feel like Papa NieR is very focused on murderizing things right now.
Well, he's just more focused on his daughter than anything else.
That's probably not
So-
even a thought in his mind.
So,
Just welcome to the DLC. I don't really know what this is.
I don't either. But I have all my weapons. And we have techno music now?
Yeah.
Oh, we have the blue book.
I mean, I'm fine with this music.
I am too. It's a nice change of pace. Is that the blue book?
No, that's Vice.
Okay, because the binding looks blue. Well, the cover looked blue.
What's not the cover that you need to look at?
It's the page color.
Yep.
I can't see the front of them.
Your pages are white. I can see them flipping.
All right.
You know what's weird? Your voice didn't change. Or did it? No, it did.
It did
Okay.
change.
I think so.
I'll know when I hear him talk.
The audio coming to me is weird.
Cause the oh fuck, what's his name?
No, it's just very quiet.
I can turn it up if you need it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Cause it's pretty quiet on stream too.
I'd turn it up then.
All right, there we go.
That's good. Maybe this is how Yoko Taro got the idea for the Automata soundtrack. She's like, nah, the techno stuff that we did for the DLC was pretty good.
So until a few days ago, I didn't know the DLC existed until you mentioned it,
Uh-huh.
and then I found it was $6, so I bought it.
Yeah, no, that was pretty weird. Class was fine, had an exam, but all written answers.
How'd
Essay question.
the
Okay.
exam go? Because depending on the subject, I'm either fantastic or terrible at written questions.
I'm bad when it comes to like, God, what do they call them now? Like your core classes?
Yeah, the core classes.
You know, I'm pretty bad at those. I'm awful when it comes to history, unless it's something that I have personal interest in. It is not something that I can learn.
I might need to load the game so I can buy healing items.
Do you not have?
I have exactly what I ended the last boss with.
I mean, you'd have to... Wait, do you not have solves?
I had 2, and I used them.
Okay. Well, nonetheless, it's cool that this game has DLC.
Yeah. I didn't think it was popular enough to get DLC.
they probably already had it done, and they were like, well, this is just cut content right now. It doesn't add anything to the story. What if we just throw it back in for like an extra few bucks? Maybe people will want it.
And for all we know, it could have been made only for the Xbox version, and then they went, fuck it, put it on the PS3 too.
Yeah, maybe.
Because Xbone, the 360 only had Boy.
Part of me wants them to port this, like, for its 10-year anniversary.
Dude, well, no. Not for the PS4, though. I would like for the 10th anniversary for them to announce that it's coming to the PS5.
Well, yeah. PS5 is coming out next year, isn't it?
It's coming out in...
I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, I see. The question is, they're not sure either.
Like, there's talk about dev kits, and there's also talk about hardware not being finalized. So the release date is to be announced.
You know what the worst part of that is?
Huh.
So, okay, the hardware's not finalized. That means that if it's better than what the dev kits are using right now,
Every game is going to run amazingly.
not just that, but future games, like, your launch titles are gonna suck ass.
Well,
By
no.
comparison to later games.
Now hold
in
on.
terms
They're
of
not
performance.
going to suck ass. They're just going to have lower resource cost.
Lower resource cost, lower file size, and they also won't be as intricate or detailed
Cuz well, I mean it'll
because
still
of hardware limitations.
it'll still be at least fucking
But until we get a good, like, 2, maybe 3 years into the PS5's lifespan, we're not gonna get any very good games.
well,
Like PS5 games.
see, I don't like using good with good looking, because good to me doesn't matter about graphics.
It's more like mechanically they may not be able to do certain things on the PS5 until they have the proper hardware. And they won't know what they can do until they've done that.
But it'll be better than the PS4 at least.
Oh yeah, no. The PS4 Pro is fine. That being said,
because like the rumored hardware is the Ryzen 2 and an unreleased Navi GPU, which is AMD as well.
so I have one fear, and that's okay. I told you about Project Eve, correct?
Mm-mm.
Project Eve is the it's the game that's inspired by NieR Automata that Yoko Taro himself like retweeted and went, yeah, no, keep going, guys, this looks good.
Okay, so it's a business communications class, and he had to write a proposal and a memo.
Okay. But Project Eve, they say that it's coming out on PS4. It's gonna be backwards compatible with PS5. I'm sorry, with PS4, right? PS5.
They did confirm that it's based on the PS4 architecture.
Okay, so they should be able to just move the game up
Which-
to the PS5.
Yeah, well, they did say it's going to be backwards compatibility with at least most of the PS4 catalog,
Okay.
and the PSVR will work out of the box.
Okay. I was afraid that game would have issues because it's being made with the PS4 in mind.
It'll probably be one of those things where it'll say, like, it'll come out and the box will say PS4/5.
Oof.
Because what else can you do? Like, having your SKU and having half of it be PS4, half of it be PS5, and suffering one of those two being sold poorly, like, that doesn't make sense to me. You would put on there, like, compatible with PS4 and PS5.
Well, it's based on the old architecture, but you're still having a lot of changes to it.
Which, by the way, is still just normal x86, and it's still just Linux. So it's just a PC again.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm totally in. Like it's a slightly modded Linux to run proprietary software.
I mean, I have this PS4 that I'm not even using, really.
Yeah.
There's just like a handful of games I'll use it for. I used it for Gravity Rush, and that game was pretty okay.
And I completely after hearing about the backwards compatibility, I've completely started to ignore the PS4 and just focused on getting a PS5 when it comes out.
Yeah, I don't actually know what I'm doing with my PS4.
I'd say keep it.
At a certain point, I might just sell it, because if it's backwards compatible, I can just have my physical games on there.
Yeah.
And they'll probably let you use your PSN account to download those PS4 games.
More than likely.
Yeah. Which means that I'm not losing Persona, I'm not losing Gravity Rush, I'm not losing Devil May Cry 4. I'm not losing Monster Hunter World, but they're all games that, like, oh no, I don't have them. Wait, I've got like a billion other games that are also just as good, if not better. Except maybe Persona. I'd buy Persona again, though.
Never see it coming. Okay.
I mean, I had 3 copies of Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. I would buy P5 twice.
Now, what'd be amazing is if they let you use PS3 and backwards discs as well.
Definitely not.
Because then I could have one console.
Yes. But they won't. It's now 2 generations back. They're not gonna do it.
Well, there's a reason why it would be a good idea to. A lot of those games aren't available anywhere else.
It's not whether or not it's a good idea, it's the fact that they will not.
It's powerful enough to emulate.
Because to run PS3 on PS4 would still be an emulation.
Yeah.
And the only way that they get that to work is if they have hardware. But
Yeah.
who's to say that the hardware that they're gonna have on release is still going to be enough?
It is, because you can run the PS3 emulator on a modern PC.
Yeah, but exactly how good is it?
Very good, actually.
Did it get better?
Yeah. Last year,
I
Nick.
remember being hot garbage for a while.
Yeah, because it was brand new. But last year or so, when they did the Return to the Nexus event for Demon Souls, Nick played the entire game on emulator, and there was some slowdown, but otherwise it was fine. And the slowdown was like the big hits during boss fights.
Okay.
But it actually ran at 60.
So it runs similar to how Citra runs. Sometimes you have like intensive moments or intensive processing moments
Yeah.
that you'll notice slowdowns, but aside from that, it's fine.
Now, some PS2 games I still can't run for some reason. Like,
You spent like all of your money. I said you spent like all your money, right?
Yeah.
You fucked.
Why?
We're right next to Facade.
I know.
Oh.
And I just got a Moldavite. That'll give me.
Hooray.
That'll give me 2,500. I only need one Moldavite for the Phoenix Spear.
Yeah.
And it's really unfortunate that you can't splice streams together.
I'm actually okay. Okay, there was a multi-streamer back in the day that is now not very useful.
No, I don't mean I don't mean multi-stream. I mean like take Twitch VODs and tape them together.
Oh, you can already do that.
You can do that if you download and edit and re-upload.
No, you can do that in the video editor.
Where?
I'm like pretty sure. Because they took into account, ah shit, people sometimes have network issues, and they sometimes want to sew their videos together. You can do that as a highlight, I believe.
Yeah, I've never seen that in the highlights tab.
I'm gonna have to double check that. I'm just pretty sure I remember seeing that in the options, but
All right.
at the very least I remember reading it.
Let's see if the Phoenix Beer is even available right now.
Yes, it is.
Heh. 32,400. God damn.
Yep.
Just pelvic
Come on,
thrust over
Nearman,
the
just
wall.
thrust your way into. Yeah, I was gonna say just thrust your way out of the geometry. Man, it makes me really appreciate newer games and how you can like break through geometry.
It's hard to believe there are plants that can grow in this desert.
Yeah, this'll never work.
Clipping is fun.
I mean, if plants could grow here. it
Oh
would be
fuck, what
cool.
game was it?
This can be so stupid sometimes.
There's some game where you could like clip partially into the geometry, and when there was an event to have that geometry move, it would just shoot you to where you're supposed to be on the other side.
Oh,
Experimentation can often be the key to new knowledge.
So it was something like an elevator or something. You put your face like into the elevator. Oh
that's like
fuck, what was
Bioshock.
it does sound like a Bioshock thing to do. It might have been Prey. You can't catch me. Weak sand.
It's weak little baby sand.
You notice the wolves are gone?
Yes.
It's just all shades now.
I don't know if that actually has relevance, but yeah, I noticed.
I prefer shades.
Not for long, you don't.
I haven't played Prey yet. I've just seen a speedrun. And it wasn't very Dead Spacey. It was almost entirely Bioshock. Great lizard. Bar. Can't ride it. Need to attack.
Get him.
I got him. And a boar liver. Yum. She said through a grimace.
Delicious.
Lizard. I can probably get some mutton out of these. No, oh yeah, goat meat. Mutton's for sheeps. Lizard. Mine.
Haha, I'm gonna eat that lizard.
Oh, what was that kid's name? Do you remember the kid's name from fucking Simpsons? That's like stupid. The guy the one that ate like a bottle of varnish.
No.
Because I remember he was on the bus and he's like, "My life's in danger."
I don't think he says his life's in danger, but he does say, haha, I'm in danger.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's like, "I'm in danger."
I don't know his name.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, that he's not the guy that had the varnish. There's some other dude. Some other dude that sounds almost like Jerry Seinfeld. Like, Don't do that. I'll give you brain damage. And then he just drinks varnish.
You mean the groundskeeper?
Maybe. Matt was talking about him at one point.
The groundskeeper is pretty stupid. He's also a drunk.
I like that Mo, the bartender, was like really pretty, and then he started boxing. And then I was just Mo. Ralph Wiggum, that's him. That's the kid.
Ralph.
I've seen maybe 2 episodes of The Simpsons, and then the movie.
I've seen more, I don't know names.
A few of the ones I know obviously are like the main cast, Mr. Burns, Edna Krabappel, Skinner.
What's new?
That one dude that's like really into Mr. Burns. Who had a dream of pretty much fucking Mr. Burns.
Wait. You're about to sell your Moldavite.
One of them.
Oh, there's 2 there. Okay, so I was looking at copper ore.
Yeah, Moldavite, you only need 1 of those for the 3rd upgrade.
Okay.
Say more. Yes, Mr. Skinner. Alright, now I'm gonna buy 2 more of these. Health prep.
I'm bored.
Well, we're gonna get to action. Just hold on to your fucking panties.
Yeah, but I'm bored. And being bored makes me tired.
I'm gonna get food in about an hour.
We'll end off there.
Well, yeah, because at that point we'll have been going for like 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
Alright, gotta see the devil and the Pope.
The devil wears Prada.
Lost Shrine. Tabora was first discovered. Shadow Lord's lair is connected to it somehow. Hey! Is right under our pages the whole time, only your pages. Entrance is sealed. Bridge led us there. Let's take a boat. Oh, wait, you know what? I just realized that dying in the DLC might make you skip it.
Really?
We should have been in there by now.
But you didn't die, you loaded to save.
No, I died. And then loaded.
But you... Yeah, that shouldn't interfere.
You would think.
I'm not sure what we did then.
Yoko Taro. Alright, how's the bosses looking here? Oh, most of the way full.
I mean, a little over half.
7 out of 12.
Yeah, a little over half.
E. You know what I love about barrel rolls and dodge rolls like that?
What?
If your trajectory is mostly down, all you're doing is transferring the force from your feet to your back, which is arguably worse.
Yes.
But if you're going mostly sideways, no problem.
I mean, honestly, it would put less pressure on your back than it would put on your feet because there's more surface area.
But your spine is more sensitive.
Yes, but if you're rolling into your shoulder, it shouldn't affect your spine too much.
Then you'll shatter your clavicle.
Shut up. No, you're the back of your shoulder, boy. You're doing a front roll.
Yeah, you do a front roll, it smashes into your fucking shoulder blades, and since your clavicle
Listen.
since your clavicle
it's
is
the same
weaker,
way, and this is a weird comparison. It's the same way as like pouring a proper beer. You don't fucking just pour the beer into the bottle.
Yeah, you do.
You have to tip the. You have to. I'm sorry. Into the glass. You have to tip the glass.
I tip the bottle into the trash because beer sucks. God.
It depends on the beer. I like Guinness.
I've yet to taste one I like.
It is a very dark beer. It has notes of like a. If you know what like an 85 or 90%
We have unlocked.
dark chocolate is.
We have unlocked fast travel.
Yes. But no, when you're pouring like a beer, you need to angle the glass. When you're doing a front forward roll, you don't fucking dive bomb into your shoulder. You need to angle it properly, or you will destroy your shoulder.
You do if you don't know what you're doing.
If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna destroy your shoulder.
The lost shrine is at the other end of this cave.
And the
You will
Shadowlord's
break your
castle
clavicle.
lies just beyond.
Hmm?
I said you will break your clavicle if you don't know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Let us make haste.
So just don't do that.
Yeah, just don't be a dumb.
Yeah, just don't be a dumb and you'll be fine.
I like how Twitch just every once in a while just decides it can't see anybody hosting me, but when you refresh, it shows both you and Alex hosting.
Yeah. Ah, yes, this fucking ladder.
I'ma just man my way up there.
It's like you're playing MGS 2. I'm sorry, 3.
I'm still
Still in a dream, Snake Eater. Sorry, I was trying to be ahead of you so it would sound less Bucky.
It was almost there.
Well, it's more like you'd have to sync up with me.
Yeah. So, Dragon, what's your download speed in internet? Because I'm streaming at 3,000 kilobit.
I'm down to 2400 and I'm comfy.
See, it was recommended to me to do 3,500, and that's a bit much.
Even if it's recommended to you to do 3,500,
It's a bit much.
I do not rely on the math to suddenly go, yes, that's the appropriate speed for you. You need to test it.
Well, the actual appropriate speed for me is more like 7 or 8, but because my connection can handle that, but not everybody can download that.
Which is in OBS, Twitch can't handle that, and you're gonna get encoding errors.
It can handle that, because Maximilian
right now
Dude,
you're having issues.
Right now,
Maximilian Dude is not you.
But what I'm saying is, Twitch doesn't have issues with it. They would if they would if people were doing it.
Your provider has issues with it. I'm telling you.
My router doesn't have issues.
I have a better connection speed than you.
My router doesn't have issues with it either.
And I have to go at 2400.
My router doesn't have issues with it either. It's just right now my internet's being a little fucky.
I'm just telling you though, I have a better internet speed than you, and even with that, I have to go to 2400 to avoid errors.
Do you?
Yes.
What's your speed?
It's like 2 something.
Okay.
My download is like 200 and something.
Mine's like 115. Like 100 down, 15 up.
I think my up goes to like 25. Which, like I said, I don't really know how that works. But 24 seems to be my comfortable number. Because 25 was giving me errors at 60 FPS. 30 FPS at I think it was 2800 was fine. But I had to lower it once I increased the frame rate.
User-side encoding errors usually has to do with whatever's encoding it, so CPU or GPU.
Okay. It wasn't CPU error, it was just... Well,
it won't say CPU error.
I don't think it's specified.
It'll never say
encoding error.
Yeah, it'll never say what it's erroring on. It'll just say that it is an error.
Yeah. That was actually the problem I was having before, where my stream would suddenly cut off and the timer would reset, and I go, well, fuck, now it's split into 2 streams. And I haven't had that issue since I lowered it to 2400. And the quality has not gone down, so...
But, now where it gets really stupid is when you start getting into, like, Mixer. Because Mixer has a 4K option. And 4K doesn't look good until you do, like, 40 meg up.
Yeah, but not everyone actually has 40 meg up.
I'm aware of that.
Most people don't.
That's why it makes no sense.
That is for a business grade connection.
It still makes no sense because nobody can download that reliably.
Yeah.
Because like even though my connection is 100 down, I'm not getting consistently 100 down. I'm usually in the 60s or 70s. Partly because I'm on Wi-Fi.
Thing. Well, because you're on Wi-Fi, and also because there's probably other devices connected.
And it's one of those things where Comcast doesn't like to have dedicated lines, so it's me plus everybody else in my immediate area, like neighbors, sharing the same line. So like in the middle of the night, I'll actually get up to like 200 down because it's more of the total line that's not being used. But during prime time, I'm not getting nearly that much because everybody else is home and using it.
Now, ever since my provider switched ownership, I think it's actually been better, like more consistent, regardless of prime time.
I got an itch.
Okay. I don't know exactly what they did, but it has been a little bit more stable. There's been less downtime. There's been less maintenance. Yeah. It has just been better. Optimum, I'm trying to think of how far their reach is. Optimum is at the very least in the tri-state area. I think it might be in Indiana, but I could be wrong. I think it reaches out to Ohio.
It doesn't sound familiar.
No. Have you heard of Altice or no?
No.
Okay, then probably not. Because Altice is it's a British broadcasting thing, I think.
Yeah.
But they bought out Optimum, and now it's Optimum Altice.
Ah.
And the connection has been better since then.
BBC connections are pretty good, apparently.
Yeah, that being said, it's more like they have people who are in control of those. What do we... Oh, we do that.
And then we push
Yep.
the other one.
You push, and then you push.
Yeah.
Nearman, you can walk through that door right now. Why do you need to move this last block?
I need to push it this way.
Why? It opens outward!
This is all too easy.
Norman's
Almost
fucking stupid.
disappointed.
There's not enough clearance for this door to open inward, but it opens outward. Yes, and?
That's like on par with Pat's Mind Goblins. you
Past
have
mind goblins?
you have to have it perfectly clear to open in the direction it's not going to go anyway.
Yes. So to Pat, it makes sense.
Because Pat's Mind Goblins, which Wooly uploaded a clip from the last stream talking about his Mind Goblins, that's 40 minutes long. But
Did we already get the weapon in this area?
I don't know. If not, it'll be probably in here. I didn't even know there was a weapon in here, honestly.
I thought there was. Yeah, you don't need to top off or anything, never mind. But you can always come back if you need to. And pick those up. One of the good things about this game is that things do not despawn.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Yes.
You're positive.
Yes. Because I watched it happen. And now you will too. That was medicinal herb and it just disappeared.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nope. Wrong. Put it back. Pull the thing that you just moved back.
Oh, I thought you meant wrong as in the thing was gone.
No, the move that you made was wrong. Yeah, there you go. Because otherwise you can't move this last block.
Yeah, you can't move it enough. Because this can go
No,
all the way
you can't move
over.
it at all, actually.
I could have moved it down here, but it wouldn't have been enough to
No,
open.
you couldn't. To move it down there, you would have had to pull it down, and there is not enough room to pull.
I think this has to block this door. Well, no, you can just move it down one.
Yeah, you just need a 2x2 square. Like, that's done.
Yeah, and then
So now
just do
you
the same
push
over
that
here.
block in. Yep. Nope. 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 Nope.
You can do literally the same thing.
Yes, but it is quicker to just push it in.
Eh.
That is why they give you that gap back there.
It's a half block either way, so it doesn't matter.
No, I mean it's another like 2 or 3 moves more than you had to do. You could have just pushed it to the left instead of pull it back and then pull it down and then push it down.
See, now this one makes sense because it opened inward. Nice.
There's more than one way to solve a puzzle. But
Neither are wrong.
there are efficient ways to solve a puzzle.
Efficiency doesn't mean it's more right.
Yeah, but efficiency means that you don't have to deal with it as long, I mean.
You should have just left it as longer.
Shut up. I know how to English, damn it. I mean, I don't, but shut up.
I love that Americans just barely know how to English.
God, I am an American.
I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life.
It's even like, I am a modern American. I am not someone who wants. I want to lose weight. I want to be healthy. And I'm a millennial. Am I a millennial? Wait, 97.
Yes.
Technically, yes.
Millennials are anybody from like 1980 to 2005.
I think it's a 2000 because once you
It
hit
could be.
2000, it turns to Generation Y.
Z.
Generation Z, yeah,
Because millennials are technically Gen Y.
yeah. So, go
This-
to the center,
Yeah, you gotta
Yep.
pull this.
pull it once.
Then
pull it once.
push this over here and push it down. And then push
Yes,
the other one
and then you
in
need
its place.
to just push that down and pull it down.
Yeah.
You don't even need to pull it down, actually.
Just push it over here.
Yep.
In fact,
Push
I could
that,
just
pull it down.
in fact, I could just do this.
Oh, it's so fucking smart. Yeah, but just open the door normal, God.
Just fucking crack it and squeeze through.
You doesn't need to crack it.
In fact, it might even open the other way.
Now push it down, push
Yeah.
or pull it.
Yeah. I was gesturing to myself with my hand. So it was off the controller.
You don't need to move it that much, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Fucking. Okay. The game doesn't like to be controlled correctly.
Yeah, and also these puzzles are stupid. They're dumb, stupid baby puzzles for dumb, stupid babies, and yet they make you do them anyway.
Junior Jumbles for baby bones.
Hmm.
This is Junior. Welcome to the 3D version of Junior Jumble. I'm getting like stomped.
Well, when you hit them with your lance, you also break off of their armor.
Yeah.
So you start dealing more damage. Yeah, you should also use your lance a little bit more liberally.
Yeah.
Like right here is perfect. Get him in the room.
Kaboom!
Bam! All lost their armor, except this guy.
Well, because it didn't hit him.
Yeah, I know. Emil, I thought that was an enemy. And I roll out of the room, and then Lance. Lance before they get into your room. Yep, like that. That's probably fine. Honestly, you only need to hit them once.
It's just more fun to see more of them.
Sure, but then you waste your gauge, and if you need to hit more of them, like... Ooh, a rare.
I forgot Emil's
We never
magic
did
was purple.
find those eggs. Yeah, his magic now purple.
You can find them at any point in the game.
What if Emil is the blue book?
That'd be weird.
Did I just blow your fucking mind?
A little bit.
Like, think about it. He's got similar spells.
Oh, they chonky. Hey, I dodged.
You may have dodged, but you don't really get iframes.
Ah, I made you shoot the wall instead.
You have this pointy stick thing that lets you pop the bubbles.
I don't trust the accuracy. Or lack thereof, rather.
That's why you mash.
But mashing gets you killed.
Only if you're dumb.
I has the dumb.
Yeah. We all do sometimes. God, I hate these puzzles.
I hate how there's a delay between every single action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're getting moved over here.
I mean, it's not like this one's hard. It's just like, move all the bullshit out of the way. This one moves just fine, so that one's done. Now you move this down 2.
Yeah, and then that
Alright,
one down
done. That one down 2 and you're good.
too. Yeah.
The rest is just
Fucking-
bullshit. One of these blocks you don't even have to touch.
Technically I don't have to touch this one.
Yes. Is this the room with the weapon? None. Probably winning. What's the...
Ghosts.
Excuse me?
Ghosts.
Yes.
Okay, the shades of OCD.
Yes. That's possible, actually. Some of them might.
Well, the thing about Generations Dragon is that they're stupid.
Oh, and their naming conventions?
No, just in general. Because
Oh.
because not everybody is born in a set amount of time. Like a person won't have a kid at 20 every single time.
Well, you shouldn't be.
So,
Correct.
but the kid they'll have is still in a generation with someone else who's probably way older or way younger.
It's all right, really.
Can't we
So-
just follow how like China and Japan do it, where it's like, no, we're now in the blank era.
Sometimes I
That
sit around
usually involved who's in power.
roast-
Yeah, I know.
Emil, that's enough. I got a fucking image to
Change that shit every 4 years. Let's go.
They don't anymore because the president now has an indefinite tenure. They effectively removed
No, I meant here in the States. God,
oh.
that's why I said change the era every 4 years. Come on, let's go.
Oh, now we're in the gold era. Not because it's good, but because Trump loves gold for some reason.
Oh,
There are
no,
more.
that's fair.
There's
Listen, Lyle always says to bury your gold. The dollar has no real value.
the dollar has implied value, but not because of what's backing it, but because of what we want it to have.
Yes, so bury your gold.
I actually don't know where to go in here.
Well, you need to move that block.
Yeah, but where? Because it'll stop here.
Go
Actually,
back.
no, it'll stop there. Where?
Get on the square. Get on the cube, and you use the camera. Use your camera as a camera thingy. Alright, maybe this block is useless, I'm not sure.
Yeah, because it's blocked in here where I can't put it over here to get on the ledge. I can't move it past the root, and I can't move it past
Yeah,
that.
but don't go backwards. You should be able to press forward through this direction.
It's probably because I
Turn.
didn't jump over here. This is the block you meant. But it's already in place.
Wait, go back. There's
I know.
There you go.
It's empty.
Well, it's always worth checking, because I know that there is a weapon in here. I don't remember if we already got it.
Got a horb.
Stick that green herb in your mouth.
Just eat this weed.
Eat a potted plant. Leon does it.
The Snoop Dogg looking at NieR weird, just like, fuck.
When you pick up a green herb, you take the pot with you.
Yeah, because you can use it to throw it at people.
No! you pick it up and it's still in the fucking pot and you just eat it.
I know.
That'd be great if you could throw it at people, but you can't.
It makes sense. You pick up a potted
Sure.
plant, you eat the weed, and then you just throw the trash at someone.
You just eat it. Wherever it lands, it lands.
Well, unless you're throwing at a boss, then you gotta Kobe it.
So check this area. There may or may not be a weapon in one of these boxes. There it is.
Yeah. Beast Lord.
Beast Lord.
Oh. The main heavy weapon. Well, I guess the.
And he's one-handing it.
Yeah.
Not even 2B can do that. You're gonna break your fucking wrist like that, Nearman. The way that he's swinging it around, he is going to break his wrists.
I like this. Yep, before I do that, I need to do the magic.
We're pretty far into the game, by the way.
Yeah, this is like the last few hours of Rude.
You sure that this is the last few hours of Rude and not Route B? I always forget.
This is Rude. There have not been credits yet.
Okay.
That said, I should probably do side quests to get money.
Ha hill.
Yeah, you know, Hank kills dad.
Shut up. His name is Cotton.
But he's Pa.
Nah, he's Cotton Hill.
Or as Bobby
and he ain't
says,
got no legs.
or as
He
Bobby-
lost them in Nam.
or as Bobby says, Dad.
And he also fought in Okinawa. Don't ask how that works, because not even the show knows. They do address it. They're like, no, Cotton, you either didn't fight in Okinawa or you weren't in Vietnam.
You could have been in both. They were only 20 years apart.
No. Okay. He was in Okinawa for a different reason.
Well, he got laid.
Well, yes, but here's the thing. Yes, there's a Japanese Hank Hill. But that means he wasn't in Okinawa. I'm sorry, he wasn't in Vietnam, because the two times overlap according to his stories.
Even though they don't at all.
Well, the other part is, he says that he killed 50 men.
That's
Maybe
right.
he just didn't kill 50 men.
That's right. I just fell like 7 stories with a roll, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Don't question it.
Listen, there's no fall damage in Sekiro unless it's an instant death.
Mm.
I mean, there is, but it's like...
Worse than Dark Souls 2?
It's just above the kill floor. Yeah, why did you go backwards?
Because I still have weapons to get.
You can do it in the next route.
I can't get the... Can I get the same weapons?
Yes!
Okay.
It's the same thing, but from a different perspective.
Not a different perspective. You just get more info.
No, you get it from a different perspective. It's the same story a second time. Yes, you get more info, but all the cutscenes are from a different perspective.
Not really.
Yeah. So, you know how, actually, no, I don't think you've made it that far in Automata. Part B is just the same story, but 9S. You play as 9S, and you get story for 9S.
Yeah, I've
it's
for
the same
sure.
story from a different perspective.
But you don't play a different character. You're still
That's
Nearman.
because they didn't think about that at the time in this game.
Like the only thing you really do is talk more with
It is a
Kaine.
change in cutscene perspective.
No, you just get more
you
info.
get the perspective of Kaine.
It's the same camera angles and everything, but you hear what Kaine hears.
Yeah, so it's Kaine's perspective.
No, because NieR can also hear it too at that point, and they acknowledge it.
No. Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure they talk about how, why is this thing talking?
No. If at any point that comes up, it is much later in Route C or D, but it is not in Route B.
C and D would make more sense, because that's when they completely break the fourth wall.
I think at certain points you see Kaine saying things where you're like, what is that relevant to? And you're like, oh, she's talking about the boss, right? No. No. She's not talking about the boss. I can't say anything else. Because, spoiler.
Not for me.
No,
but for the
anytime that
stream.
you get weird or maybe a little bit out of place dialogue from Kaine, there is a fair reason for it, and it comes up in Route B. And it's kind of the whole point of Route B. Wait. Oh, you missed Bucks. Don't worry. It's fine.
It was
probably just a heal.
It was probably just an herb. Which I need to bring this up. Herb? Herb. Discuss.
Herb.
I also say herb.
The H is silent.
Which is hilarious because I've heard English people say, why do Americans make the H silent?
I don't know why, because there's no W. Usually a W next to an H makes the H silent, but in this case it's a special exception. It's because the English language is fucking weird. But
in
more
England,
than that, let me finish. More than that, the North American version of English is weird. English simplified is not necessarily simplified.
in fact, if you go south,
Spellings are shorter, but
in fact, if you go south, it's sometimes more complex.
yep. Wait, in North America?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Have you heard someone from the Bayou talk?
Yeah, I'd call that about as simple as you can get while also making it confusing.
I'm talking about like the
It's essentially Bayou slang. It's not. A lot of people there don't speak proper English. It's kind of like when you talk to somebody, not me, mind you, like a native New Yorker, and you're like, I understood like 60% of what you just said.
60% of what you just said is 100% what? I don't know if that came through.
No, it cut off at the end.
I said 60% of what you said. Oh fuck. I lost.
You already forgot.
It was something like 60% of what you said is what? Meaning that it made no sense.
Oh.
Not you, but like a native New Yorker.
No, I know.
Unless you're doing like Andrew Dice Clay.
I don't understand New York slang either. Like, what does dead ass mean? Can you tell me? That's a thing that originated in New York.
It means like
I know what it.
It means like no
I know
shit or
where
no
it is
joke.
used. Yeah.
Now, do you know what cheeky means in UK English?
I know how to use it in context.
Okay, do you know what cheeky Nando's is?
No, I
Do you-
know the phrase, but no.
Do you know what Nando's is?
No, is it balls?
No. Nando's is a fast food joint that does a lot of chicken. So like if you say I'm gonna have a cheeky Nando's with the lads, it means you're gonna have a good time at Nando's.
What's going on? There's dozens of them!
These are creatures of the darkness. Lure them to the light.
So cheeky means just having a good time.
To the end, I see.
Well, no,
Cheeky
Cheeky
having a
itself.
good time.
Cheeky itself means like it could mean like you're enjoying it, someone else might not.
Foolish creatures, you cannot hope to best me.
These little bastards just keep coming.
These creatures cannot abide the sun. Lure them into the light.
One sec.
I'm waiting. I've heard US English is actually closer to historical English than modern UK English is. That may be true, but languages should evolve to reflect their culture. And if a culture is constantly trying to improve itself, yeah, no, it's gonna be a little bit more complex. Like, Chinese is a fucking mess. Mandarin is a mess. Japanese is a mess. That being said, they're very developed cultures. Except maybe Mandarin, I don't know too much about Mandarin. But Chinese and Japanese, very developed languages with very developed cultures. America does not have a very developed culture. Probably part of why they call it quote-unquote simplified.
I'm back.
Hi, I was talking about things.
What things?
I was talking about, Dragon saying, I've heard US English is actually closer to historical English than modern UK English is.
Not sure about that.
That is because, and I actually just said this a second ago,
And I mean I'm not sure
UK?
about. I mean I'm not sure about that, as in I don't know.
The UK, similar to China and Japan, are constantly developing cultures.
You felled the beast.
Their languages reflect that. Now, North America, not North America, America, the United States, is essentially a spin-off sort of culture. because of that, it's less developed.
So you know what's hilarious about languages in Canada?
What?
Any immigrants have to take French, but since a lot of the country since a lot of the country speaks English too, they end up being trilingual and oftentimes defaulting to English.
Now, there are a lot of trilingual speakers in Canada. What is the normal trilingual combination?
It's whatever the native language is plus French plus English in Canada.
What do you mean whatever the native language is? The native language is English.
The native language of the person coming to Canada.
Oh, right. When you say native in reference to Canada, I think, well, there's no Canadian language.
The native language of Canada is English and French.
Yes.
Do you remember how long we were going before the stream chat?
About an hour and a half.
Okay.
A little more than that. It was whenever I did uptime. And
Yeah,
then a little more.
Just under an hour and 40.
Yeah. You can also check your dashboard.
Yeah, I just put up the video producer.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Are you alright? We've got to get help.
I fear there is little we can do.
No! Kaine!
Kinda no, your arm is clipping through your boobs.
What is that?
But that ass is perfect.
Fair.
Kaine! Kaine!
If anything can be said about Yokutaro's games, the ass tech is good.
I can't wait to get into, and they aren't heavy spoilers, but they're things that we can't talk about right now. Some of the very, heavy reveals where you're like, oh! So this is weird.
Mm-hmm.
For multiple reasons. Why can Kaine turn into a shade? That's
We've
curious.
no choice. We must strike it down.
Kaine! Please come back!
Stay your blade. Magic is required against this foe.
No, seriously,
You
why
sure?
can Kaine actually turn into a shade?
You'll find out.
It's actually pretty sus. No, I know the reason. But it's weird when you think about, the endgame stuff and you go, but what?
Yeah, I don't know why he said stay your blade because magic is needed when I'm clearly doing damage with magic. Or with
Yeah.
melee.
Oh dear.
Kaine! Kaine!
Kaine.
Kaine.
I couldn't hold it back.
Kinda.
Emil.
I can't be with you.
We're always
Plankton,
going to be together,
crabs,
Kaine.
plankton,
If you transform again,
crabs,
we'll just stop it again,
SpongeBob.
as many times as it takes. I don't care how tough it is. We're gonna get you back. I like sleeping outside because I'm with you, Kaine. I'm able to ignore my appearance and keep going because of you. I'm weak and sad.
I'm not pressing the
lonely,
skip button.
But somehow you make me strong. You're my
No, I
friend.
know.
I need you, so you can't go away.
So this is a weird relationship that I think kind of carries over in a different way in Automata. This relationship between Emil and Kaine is essentially 2B and 9S.
Yeah.
Which makes sense considering that you get Kaine's outfit for 2B.
Thank you. I'm alright.
But you get boy NieR for
For
two-
A2.
Yeah.
Which also makes sense, because they're both B units. I'm sorry, they're both 2 units. Because at the start of the game, you get, what's her name? The Resistance leader saying, like, Unit 2. It's you. Because she recognizes the unit, even though it's a B unit and an A unit. Now, if things had progressed properly, I think there technically could have been C, D, and even E units.
So we got a cipher.
Yes.
I think those do the fucking text adventure.
One of them is.
I think sacrifices or memory tree.
Memory tree, yes. So we need to get all of them before we can get to the end of the game. But this is our collectathon. We revisit areas, and we get little bits of trinkets, and we use them to beat the game.
Yeah, it's loyal service and sacrifice. I don't know where those are either.
I don't remember, unfortunately. Oh, loyal Cerberus might be the desert.
That would make sense because there's dogs in there.
Yeah. And you're like, man, where'd all the wolves go? Well, about that.
Basically, from here on, my memory is fuzzy to none.
I have a rough idea. I don't remember where Sacrifice is, but I do know Loyal Cerberus is probably in the desert. US is a melting pot of culture. That is correct, and that's why, and I don't like getting political at any point, but it baffles me where we're like, no immigrants. Isn't this a country founded with immigrants?
It is.
And then we get mad at all the natives.
Mm-hmm.
That's dumb. It's pretty much like taking a sticker that has your name on it and like slapping it on someone else's food and going, that's mine now. You can't have it.
You mean maize?
Only I get to have that, but that's my lunch! No. Now it's my lunch.
You mean the maize?
The maize?
Corn.
Oh.
Let's go to Junkie.
Found out the genocide of one race and the enslavement of another. Yeah!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need...
It's a country for everyone. And then we don't let anyone have anything.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okie dokie. It's weird. If it were possible to have been born in another country, well, Brexit seems to suck. China seems to suck. And Japan definitely has its issues. I mean, like, I know of Singapore. It's like one of the few countries that I know about. Singapore has some bigger issues than Japan. A lot of similarities to it. There is no good place to have been born.
Misplaced items have been found.
Except maybe Canada. Canada wouldn't be the worst place in the world to be born. It's just that there's nothing fucking up there.
Well...
There's nothing to do in Canada.
Montreal and Vancouver are pretty happening.
Well, you didn't hear everything that I was saying. I was saying if you were able to choose where, like, what country you were born in, China would not be great, considering their poverty rate is really fucking high.
And because
Japan definitely has its issues in terms of law enforcement, because they have a 99.9% conviction rate.
Yeah.
That being said, they only take on cases that they know for sure they are going to get a guilty verdict.
I mean, that would certainly help.
Yep. I know of Singapore, but Singapore is just like a worse Japan. They really are. They're way worse than Japan, and it's also far more expensive to be in Japan, in Singapore than Japan.
If I were to choose, I would either be born in, honestly, probably one of the Scandinavian countries, or Canada.
I mean, I'm from my family.
Travel to Facade's Strange Things store and obtain parts to repair it. Alright.
You know where I would want to be born, and I
Hmm.
didn't think about it till just now. Considering that most of the people who live there are doing pretty well for themselves, South Korea.
I'm not a fan of the government.
I'm not a fan of the government, however, I'm a fan of it just being like a ridiculously advanced technological society.
This is what I was talking about.
And the architecture is like pretty good.
I
Just
suppose all
pretty good.
children are precious to their own parents.
It's the only place that I can think of that I'm like,
Of course they are.
yes, that's pretty
But if
alright. America's not the worst place in the world. It's just that it's got
hoping
issues,
you have
and
an
we
idea.
don't know how to sort them out.
we could...
Hey there!
I hate your voice. But I'll ask again, when do you have to do food?
When Dad's home,
Okay.
which is like maybe a half hour from now.
Sure, that is a big sword behind you.
That's like a busted version of Guts' sword,
No, that's huge.
or the Moonlight Greatsword.
A child? Wouldn't the adults know better?
Even the oldest man in the world is but a child to my eyes.
Head firmly up rectum.
You know
There-
what?
That's what Vice is.
I feel like that's not true though, because somebody had to have made Vice. Wait, no, they'd be dead.
Mm-hmm.
What's new?
Alright, you sell maps, don't you? You do.
You should really be saving your money, but okay.
Oh, it's you, eh? Well, I'm counting on you. Hey!
Nope, you goofed.
You mentioned treasure maps, so I figured one of those might be it.
Nope, those are area maps.
I need those anyway.
You don't though. There are always certain things in video games where it's like, why do you have this? I think it just fills in areas for you. They're gonna scatter.
I'm gonna kill you.
Calm yourself. Haste will only lead you to making an ill-timed mistake. An unstable heart is the worst armor one can have.
No time for that, Vice. I gotta get to Yona.
Honestly, the worst armor that you can have is armor that damages the user. Or the wearer, rather.
Which I would argue Vice did say.
Eh. I mean more like something that passively harms the user.
You mean like hiltless? Hiltless is a sword that doesn't have a hilt, so you hold it and you get damaged because you're holding a blade.
Yeah, but that's not armor.
Still does the same thing.
The hilt is technically armor for the hand, I guess, but at that point, most people are going to be wearing, like, a fucking gauntlet. Because with medieval weaponry, a lot of the time you need to be able to grab the blade for certain strikes. Do you think Emil got better or worse? He's
Overall,
faster, but
overall, I'd say an improvement.
no,
'Cause-
maybe just in design.
Look, because before he was just a shit kid that had eyes he couldn't use.
Yeah.
Now he's actually useful. Broken wristwatch.
Well,
I
no,
needed that.
he could use his eyes.
He couldn't see normally, otherwise he'd turn everything to stone.
Yeah, it's fine. He had control over it enough to turn your enemies to stone.
He doesn't have control over it. That's why he had a blindfold, so he'd lift it, look, and turn him to stone.
At no point does he turn you to stone. Yet
Because-
he'll be behind you and turn enemies in front of you to stone.
Because he's never looking directly at me, even though I might be in the field of vision.
'Cause
It's
that
all
makes
about
sense.
it's all about focus.
I feel like it's not. Otherwise, it would be like beams of stone vision from his eyes.
That's
But his
basically
entire
what it is.
mansion turned to stone.
His mansion's already stone.
Well, hello.
How? What?
His mansion is already stone because it's a mansion made of stone.
That's not what I fucking meant. Smart ass. His whole mansion was turned to gray stone. The only things that were not stone, weirdly enough, were the candles.
That's it. Do I have everything I needed? I need to do the Phoenix Bear. No, I need 2 fucking giant eggs.
Yeah, those things that we never found that are in the main town, which you may have to grind off screen.
Yeah.
At least we don't have to worry about the egg. The other egg.
The eagle egg?
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
I want the effect to go off, but he just walks.
That's what happened once. Like you're walking. I'm gonna do it in the light. It's like he's against here.
Yeah, but consistently. So it's just like, man, he's walking so fast. Been going for like 4 hours though.
It's just over 3 right now.
Is it?
Yep. Hour and a
I
half.
did say we aimed for 3.
It was like an hour and 40 the last bod. Now it's gonna be another hour and 40.
Oh. I thought you mentioned... Yeah, okay. I thought you mentioned 4 hours before.
Well, that'd be with Dad getting home at like 6 or so.
I don't know if I can go that long because I gotta find food.
And I'm pretty much doing the do until I have something else.
Yeah. I just know that I can't go that long.
Yeah.
So we can save here at least.
You know, all things considered, I think I'm pretty happy with the progress made today.
No, we did pretty well. We finally got up to collecting the pieces as well.
Yep. Just gonna do a bunch of
I just don't want to go too long because the whole point of me taking a week off is so that I can not think about streaming too much.
yeah.
And I don't want to go another fucking 6 hours.
And yesterday I actually went 7.5 hours total.
Ow.
Because I did the 2 hour, like the 2.5 hours of learn Japanese to survive. Then I did like another.
Did you do any more after I left?
I did a little bit of Enter the Gungeon. Like I stopped.
No, I meant Hiragana.
No, I stopped like right when you left.
Okay.
But I did a little bit of Enter the Gungeon, and then it was basically me and Dragon for another like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, Dragon was there for the 7-hour stream.
Yeah. It was pretty much just me and Dragon there for the Guitar Hero stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna do Oblivion either when we finish NieR or Doom, and it looks like we might be finishing NieR first.
NieR is very good.
It's easier to get into because Doom, I feel like I have to be like on top of shit.
It's just short, Doom. Doom is just short.
Yeah. And like we're basically halfway through the game with Doom.
Yeah.
But like it feels like more of a need for my attention span.
Okay.
So like my ability to focus determines whether I play this or Doom, and lately I've been doing this.
So, next time?
Yeah. Next time we'll do probably more NieR. Although I don't know if I'm gonna do something Friday or this weekend.
Well, this weekend I'm going into the city.
Yeah. Because if it was just me, oh, you know what? I've had an idea for a while that I'm wanting to do.
Then do it.
But I'd like someone else to be there too, because it's kind of boring just watching one person do this. I am wanting to see how much the hardware played a factor into how poorly my first experience with Doom 3 was.
God, not more Doom 3.
I'm not actually going to play a lot of it. Because
That game was a slog, and I did not like it.
Yeah, it's rough. It definitely shows its age.
So boring.
But the reason is because when I first played it, I played it on a system that was a Pentium 4 and an ATI X1300 with 3 gigs of RAM on Windows XP. So what I'm thinking is it's either the graphics card or because I was putting the graphics settings too high. Because a problem I would have is, since I didn't know a damn thing about how to optimize a game for hardware, so I would just set all of my graphics settings to the absolute maximum. And it would run at like 3 seconds per frame.
Yee.
So, if I do anything, I think I want it either to be that, or like an amp design or guitar design stream tomorrow, if anything happens.
Okay.
And for the computer stream, it's mostly to just have someone there to bullshit with. For the
tomorrow, it's probably just gonna be mental preparation for me, so I might not do stream stuff with you.
Yeah.
Just because it's getting ready to deal with Saturday.
Right.
I don't get out of the house much, and going into the city alone is like a venture for me.
Yeah. I would not want to go into a big city like that alone. Like, I'll do it in Kokomo just fine because I know the place. But
I know the city a little bit. I'm heading out to Bryant Park. From there, I'm going into Times Square.
all right.
But it's pretty straightforward.
Say hi to the coked out
Not
Elmo.
downtown, but yee.
But yeah, for the design streams, I like people being there to give feedback.
Okay. Well, let's end it off.
Yeah. So thanks for coming out. See you guys next time. Bye bye.
Goodbye.